One of the biggest surprises of the whole Switch era is how, with so many Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games making it to the NSO and NSO Plus expansion pack, no classic mainline Pokemon game graced the online service. There wasn't even an attempt to release a classic Pokemon collection, even in a year where there was no new Pokemon game. So hey, I'm not so a strainer, and will they ever release them? Let's get into it. Before we begin, I want to thank my YouTube member Dash Plays and my Twitch subscribers Anubis here, Redsamnegi, Zanes222, Nightshades and Lazarix. Thank you so much for going the extra mile and helping make my content possible. And now, onto the video. We are currently at a very important time for Pokemon. One of the biggest critiques that Pokemon got over the years was how their games felt like they needed more time in the oven. And for the first time in a long time, that is seemingly happening. This means that more eyes than ever are going to be not only on Pokemon Legends Z2A, but on Pokemon as a whole, expecting what comes in the future. Classic Pokemon games have always felt like the best way to take this break without the actual need to take a break, as they are beloved games that would surely keep people entertained for the whole year without using important resources. Still, like I said, they did not pull the trigger on that, unlike you, who will absolutely pull the trigger on that like and subscribe button, of course. I am still a firm believer that this will happen, as it feels like a huge missed financial opportunity, and we know that they don't really feel like missing those. Either through Nintendo's online service or through an actual collection, I am sure they will do it. This service is not ending with the original Switch. It was one of the first confirmations we had for the future, and this means that the chances of us getting them do not end as well. As always, a great way to predict the future of the franchise is to look at the past, even if they threw all patterns out the window with Z2A and even the double release of BDSP and Legends Arceus. We have to hold on to something after all. Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow were released for the 3DS Virtual Console in 2016, which was also the 20th anniversary of the franchise. Over the following 2 years, we also saw the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver in 2017 and Crystal in 2018. Classic Pokemon games started being released in order to celebrate a very important milestone in the Pokemon franchise. And wouldn't you know it, there's a big important milestone on the horizon. One that is factually bigger than the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, and that is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon that is coming in 2026. Yeah, I'm skipping the whole 2025 because I don't think it is happening now when then seems like a way better idea. It makes sense for the 30th anniversary to be the stage where these games are announced and even released. They'll likely not be in our consoles from the get-go, but will slowly be introduced to the NSO plus NSO expansion pack. The basic plan gets the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, so Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver and Crystal, with the expansion pack getting Pokemon Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Fire Red and Leaf Green. So 2026 is my bet. I feel very confident in saying that year we're gonna see the release of some or all of the Pokemon titles, the classic Pokemon titles. The question then becomes, will it go for the NSO or for an actual collection? And I say this too because I don't really see them selling them individually like they did with the 3DS, at least not exactly like they did there. Price-wise, for us, I think the online service would end up as a straight-up cheaper option. In the long run, that's another story, but that would give us all the classic Pokemon plus all the other games for an inexpensive yearly subscription. But our save files and ability to play those games would be tied to that service. Everything there could disappear as soon as the service goes out. Now a collection would be more expensive, as I don't see them selling all the classic games for $59.99, but it would mean that the games are ours and not on a cloud service. What they could do, and that could actually be the best option for everyone, would be to start with a collection of the Gen 1 games and their remakes as well, why not, and then slowly release Gen 2 and Gen 3 as DLC for that physical collection. They could still do a staggered release, our save files wouldn't be tied to a cloud service that is likely one day gonna be turned off, and above all, it probably would make it a lot easier to connect those games to Pokemon Home, giving us the chance to take Pokemon from classic Pokemon games and bring them to modern games all within our modern console. And that is all I have for you today. I believe that classic Pokemon games are coming in 2026 and they should come as a physical collection with DLC. But what about you? Do you think they'll ever release them? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content, and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. Also, you can become a channel member or check out my merch in order to further support the channel. I'd be forever thankful for that. You can follow me on social media or check out one of my streams here and on Twitch. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.